Hey guys, welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. Big excited today, having a look at PlayStation 1 games now. On the MiSTer, I've not really tried PlayStation 1. I've had it for I think 2 weeks now, 2.5 weeks. Absolutely love it. I've been playing a lot of my my older games, but I've not really touched on PlayStation. So I've gone into it. So this is the first game I've got on there, which is NANO. Now this game was only available in Europe. It might have been called something else. They might have rebranded it as NANO for Europe, but for other countries it might have been rebranded as, I don't know, just Smash Court Tennis or whatever. But let's do this. Cornicuva versus Celine. So guys, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the stream. Let's have a look. I'm really excited about PlayStation. It's absolutely amazing on the MiSTer. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. There's a lot of FPGA stuff that I'll be doing, and a lot of retro stuff. I like a lot of Metroidvanias. In fact, after this, there's a new Metroidvania. I think it's called Islets. Looks really good. I'm gonna check that out hopefully. But wow, do you know what? This runs amazingly well. Now I know a lot of PS1 games haven't aged really well, but this just looks fantastic, man. It looks really nice, I have to say. Now I don't know what settings I'm kind of using here, but let's have a look. So I think I've got it set to when I go into the menu, it kind of pauses the game, so that's good. Now there's a lot of settings in here I'm unsure of, so let's have a look at those together. Okay, video and audio. Okay, scale normal. Right, okay. There's one thing in here, widescreen hack. Now I'm not sure how good it's going to be on this, but let's test it out. So wow, okay. So we filled up a 69 monitor. Now I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to aspect ratio. I like preserving the original aspect ratio. Always have done, but I've seen some certain games, maybe I don't like this. I'm gonna go back to the original aspect ratio, which is, where's the widescreen hack? Okay, cool. So let's just turn that off. Okay, let's go to the original one. But you have to say, the colors look very vibrant. It just looks really good. Now I don't know, over here, there was a combination when we run our PlayStations here in the UK. We run some of them through PAL for an RF adapter, and some of them through SCART. And I think a lot of the time I actually did run mine, especially when I used to play at work. I used to work in a club at the time, so I had a lot of downtime in the office, and I had a PlayStation in there, so I played that for an RF. But I specifically remember playing Front Mission 3 there. In fact, I haven't put Front Mission 3 on here. I should have actually done that. But let's have a look at Ape Escape. Now I put this game on there. I was never really interested in Ape Escape. I never played it, but as it was a popular game on the PlayStation, I thought, okay, let's put that on there and check it out. I know there's options in there, and I don't know how many of them are premium and how many of them are kind of free, but I know there's like a 8 times loading option, which would be absolutely fantastic, because I remember on the PlayStation 1 playing some Street Fighter games. There was okay, so we've got, I'm pretty sure I've got analog. I configured the analog when I've done one of the controllers, but yeah, one of the Street Fighter games, the loading times were really long. I mean, sometimes the loading time would be longer than the actual fight itself, so it's really nice to have that 8 times loading feature. I'm not sure if it's here or not. Might be something we find now or find in the future, but let's have a look at Ape Escape. Hopefully there's no big long massive tutorial that we need to watch. I have to say, on the MiSTer, it just looks absolutely beautiful. The big advantage that I see is my PlayStation, when I had it, it eventually it just died. The laser on it just died. I can't remember. I don't know what I had to do to get it to work. It was one of those weird ones, and I had the same issue with the PS2 where the laser just went on it. But once it actually loaded a game, it was absolutely fine. But it was getting that initial loading going. So I'd be there trying to get a game started. Once it started, we're good, and you're kind of holding it at a 45-degree angle. You're moving it to 60-degree angles, and you actually learn a lot of angles because you end up holding your PlayStation in funny angles. Can we skip this? Okay, we can. Let's have a look at this. So there's apes that have escaped. I think I tried the variation of this on the PSP. It looked alright. I wonder how these, like, I'm really liking, like, I haven't put scan lines on or anything, but the way that I'm seeing the PlayStation 1 core, it just looks really, really nice. Like, I don't remember the PlayStation looking this good. I mean, in my head, I kind of remember it looking better in some respect, but when I played a lot of it, like on the PSP and other handhelds on the way, I don't remember it looking this good. But it does, it looks really good. Okay, so, right, okay, the analog sticks aren't quite configured, so I did actually put them in there. When I done the controls, it asked me, you know, flick the left stick, flick the right stick, which I did. Okay, so this is a no-go at the moment, so let's check the next one. Okay, Battle Arena to Shiden. So, if a lot of you guys are like old guys like me and you remember when the jump came, when the PlayStation came, and you know, like we had like the Super Nintendo, and after that we had like, I don't know whether it was a Jaguar, whether it was there was other kind of consoles in between. It was like the 32X, and but the next big jump for me that I remember that made the significant move was the PlayStation and like the Sega Saturn, and the PlayStation taking a big lead over it, because from what I understand, it was easier to make games on the PlayStation than it was on the Saturn. So the PlayStation was big, and fighting games were big. So Street Fighter still wasn't completely out, like people were still into it. Mortal Kombat was a thing. So this game here, Battle Arena to Shiden, I remember looking at this and thinking, wow man, like this is the future. Now I've got no idea how to play this or like really much about this game, but let's pick Ejai. Is it Ejai? Who I guess is like your Ryu or Ken equivalent. But I remember looking at this and it was a 3D beat 'em up, and I was like, wow, this just looks like amazing. And it's not something that I've got on launch or anything, but I remember one stage had like a TV in the background with the game playing. Okay, it's got fireballs and stuff in it, so that's good. Okay, cool. But I always thought this was a 3D game where you could walk. Okay, but I don't know where the 3D kind of comes. Okay, there it is. So I'm pressing R1. Oh, and okay, like okay, cool. Right. Okay, so we've got buttons to kind of move up and move down. So yeah, there is a 3D aspect to it. So again, don't know much about the game, but I'm glad it's got a fireball, the universal fireball mechanic. So let's just move up. Is there a grab there or anything? Is there a 2-button grab? Again, don't know much about the mechanics of this game. Never tried it out really when it came out. I think I tried it like when we were younger. We were very social. We used to go out like to people's houses. So you'd be with a bunch of friends, and you'd be like, let's go to another friend's house. You know, these days you're kind of doing more stuff online. That's just the way the world has become. And you'd go to someone's house and you'd always kind of check out their games collection. And you know, sometimes you might have played something that was around a friend of a friend's house. And a lot of times you know, if you guys got on, you'd end up becoming friends yourselves. And I think like around the friend of a friend's house, there was okay, you've got a Dragon Punch as well, and I finished them with a dragon. There was games, and you'd be like, oh, do you mind if I play that? And you know, you checked it out, and I remember checking this out like very kind of vaguely, touched the surface with it. Probably would have been a lot better at working stuff out at my younger age. But yeah, this game was just mind-blowing. But I absolutely love like the colours on the MiSTer of the PlayStation. It just, I don't know, I haven't really played about with much of the settings. We can have a look at some of them. Okay, cheats, amazing on this. Like I'm going to do another video just on cheats. We might run a cheat on here, but I want to, there's Contra that I wanted to finish. I never finished it, Contra 3 on the Super Nintendo. I am going to play that with cheats, and I'm probably going to stream it as well. So yeah, you've got other options in here. I'll have to kind of look them up to find out what other ones have we got in video. Okay, yeah, so let's have a look at the widescreen hack on here. See what it does. It makes everything look squashed. So we'll go with the OG one here. But I am interested in seeing the widescreen hack on Ridge Racer Type 4, which I have got on here. Okay, that's number 2. We're going to skip that. Bloody Roar. Let's go Bloody Roar 2 now. I remember this game. This wasn't a complex beat 'em up, but my brothers really liked it, and they weren't hardcore into beat 'em ups. I was hardcore into beat 'em ups, especially 2D ones when I was young. And this is a game that they liked, and they got it for the PlayStation. I can't remember if it was number 1 or number 2. I'm pretty sure it was number 2 that we got, and this game was really good. Felt very simple to play. I'm sure there was more depth to it, but it seemed to be very beginner friendly for a beat 'em up. So yeah, guys, welcome to the stream. If you're just tuning in, there was a poll done on the channel about what you would like to see in the next live stream, what system, and it was PlayStation. And I, you know what, I've done 2 votes, and the first time I wanted PC Engine and PC Engine won. Second time I really wanted to see PlayStation because, quite frankly, I never really played it. So I never really played it on the MiSTer. Obviously, I played a lot of PlayStation back in the day. So here we are with Bloody Roar 2. Okay, press X button. It gets very confusing with a MiSTer because by default the buttons are set like Nintendo ones, where you've got the button on the right, which is A on Nintendo or B on an Xbox. That's your forward button, and your button that's down, like X on the PlayStation, is forward. So when you're going in between games and different controllers, it can be a little bit confusing. But let's just go into arcade. It's like when you go on your Switch and then you go on like your Xbox, you're pressing the buttons the wrong way around. But yeah, this is really cool. Look at that. If you've not checked this game out, like, check it out, man. I can't believe how good, like, the colors and how good PlayStation 1 looks on like the MiSTer. Honestly, like with my Game Boys, for example, like I like playing stuff on my original Game Boys, but the way the PlayStation looks, like, even if I had my original PlayStation, I don't think I would play it because honestly, this just looks amazing. Like, wow. Okay, so wolf, insect, leopard, mole, tiger, bat, chameleon, half beast. I don't know what half beast is, but cool. All right, you know, I'm gonna go tiger because that's my guy. So I don't know, maybe there'll be a tiger shot or something along the way. Also, guys, just want to apologize a bit. I usually try and do like my live streams and give a bit more notice and set up for 6 o'clock, but I'm back at work tomorrow and I've got quite a lot on, so I'm going to be busy weekends and everything, and realistically I'm not going to be free until next weekend. So I thought, okay, I've got a bit of time now. To be honest, today I've got recreation time, and I thought, let me do that now. Okay, so I've turned into a bit of an animal. I don't remember. Oh, here we go. I'm doing like some mad move again. I don't remember the mechanics or how this game is played, but this game is it was very, very good. I remember playing it. Okay, and I'm just kind of mashing buttons and I'm getting through it. But okay, so that's the grab button. Okay, the punch, kick, grab. I don't know what that is. Okay, cool. So where's the transform button? Okay, maybe I need to build that bar up before I can transform. Come on, let me grab you. Here we go. Okay, mate, can I turn into a beast now? Oh, okay, so circle's like your beast button. I think there's like a bigger version of your beast as well, so... Is that a beast move? Okay, no. Let me see. Let's see. I want to connect with that. Okay, cool. Wow, it just bashes them out. So this is Bloody Roar 2, and it's a bloody decent game. Yeah, man. Like when I played PlayStation, like for emulator, like don't get me wrong, I play Symphony a lot on emulator. I have done. Love the game. It looks alright, but when I'm looking at like the 3D-ish games, they've never looked good. Apart from now, I'm playing them on a MiSTer, and honestly, like I've always said that 3D's not aged too well, but it's actually aged remarkably well when I'm playing it on the MiSTer. Okay, so playing Capcom vs SNK, the only downside about the PlayStation controller for 6-button fighting games such as like Street Fighter. Oh no, actually, you know what, this is CVS1. I think this is 4 buttons, so we're good with that because I'm using one of the 8-bit DOE controllers. I think it's the 8-bit DOE Pro 2 or the SNES Pro 2 or whatever. It's only got 4 face buttons. I generally like having 6 buttons for fighting games, but this one actually has four buttons, so we're good with that. So guys, if you're just tuning in, welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. I got myself a MiSTer unit recently. I'm very excited, so I like playing it, so why not play it and share this stuff with you guys. If you're new to the channel, a subscription is really appreciated. Hit that subscribe button and check the content. If you're enjoying the content, hit that like button. If you don't like it, then just hit that dislike button. Either way, just want to thank you for being here. So let's check this out. So Capcom vs SNK, this isn't going to be as good as the Dreamcast version. I don't expect this to be very good because I remember there was this, and I think when they released Marvel vs Capcom 1, you couldn't tag on Marvel vs Capcom 1. See, the loading time's quite long here. I need to look into that 8-time loading speed. Like, okay, so let's go Capcom. So you've got the, like, Capcom vs SNK 2 is more known, where you've got 4 ratio points that you split between characters. So you can have like 2-1-1, 3:1, 2:2, or you could just have 1:4 character. This one, characters are assigned different ratios. So you've got 3-point characters, 1-point characters. So I think the meta for the game happened to be you just had to pick like 4:1 characters, and I can't remember how the tier system and everything worked in there, but it made sense to have 4 characters rather than like 2 characters, you know, rather than a ratio 3 and a ratio 1, or 2 ratio 2s, or a ratio 2 and 2 ratio 1s. Sorry, I'm going on a bit here. But I remember like a friend of mine, he was very good at this game. He was part of like the arcade scene. I wasn't part of the arcade scene. I played Capcom vs SNK 2 quite a lot. Fortunately, there wasn't much of an arcade scene over here. It was all like local in tournaments on Dreamcasts around here. It wasn't very big. So let's see. Has she got a dive kick in this? Let's see. No, she hasn't. She hasn't got a dive kick. I mean, this doesn't look bad, to be honest. I kind of like that like I like the fact that overall the PlayStation's not like, it's not too bright. It's got like a kind of dark tint to it, and I feel like it's got a scanline-y kind of thing. Hopefully that's converting decently over to YouTube. Now I haven't actually put any on. I think she's got a combo. Tap tap, standing light kick into a dragon punch. But we're good. I never played this game a lot. See, this is what I'm talking about, like the loading here. It would be so nice if it was quicker. This game was originally kind of out for the Naomi and Dreamcast technology. Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next game. Okay, so right, I've got Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and I've also got Symphony of the Night. Which so I've got an improved version. So what we're gonna do? Okay, let's do Castlevania Chronicles first. Then we'll check the 2 different versions of Symphony of the Night. So I don't know if I've ever played this on a PlayStation. I'm not too familiar with this. I don't know if this is the same one that came out for. I don't know if this is the same one that came out for, what's that machine? The PSP. I'm not sure if this is the same one that came out for the PSP that had that had Symphony of the Night as an unlockable when you beat the game. Okay, we've got sort of like a little scary spider there. Again, like I'm so impressed with like how good like the PlayStation core is on the MiSTer. You know, if you're on the fence about getting a MiSTer, if you want it for your older games, man, if you're a PlayStation fan, like there is no better way of playing the PlayStation. Like there is no way. In fact, even if you've got original hardware, yeah, there's no better option. You know, this is better than original hardware, at least from what I can see. And it's not something I will always say, but definitely just from how I remember playing the PlayStation on like original hardware last, this is just, it's just so much better. The colors look better, the graphics look better. It's just, everything just looks nice on this. So, you know, like I primarily got a MiSTer for Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. That's the main game I got it for, and with the hope of CPS3, with Street Fighter 3 Third Strike coming on there. So, you know, everything else, the bonus, I am so enjoying. Like I love my retro games. It's amazing. You buy like a new PC, you look at the graphics cards, you look at stuff that you're getting, and you end up just emulating stuff via RetroArch and other emulators on there. So let's skip through this. Nice graphics there. But you end up just using old games or playing old games. So it's just nice to invest in some technology that Makes the old games, as far as I can tell, like flawless, man. Okay, right, start. How do I just start a game? I just want to start a game. Let me get, okay, name entry door. Yeah, we're good. Cool, okay. But is this, I wonder if this is like a remake of the original Castlevania. If you're a regular on the channel, you'll see that I've done like 3 streams, roughly about 2.5 hours of just Castlevania games. I don't know if this is based on the MSX version, or I know I played like an Amiga version later, which was done by a friend of the channel, and I think it was Dante. Big shout out to you, Dante. If you're watching this, nice one, buddy. Love your work on your Amiga games, man. Be it Russian Attack or the Castlevania or anything else that you've done. Okay, so this looks like the new one, but jazzed up. Like, I'm a big Castlevania fan, but I'm never going to pretend to know everything about the game. Like, I play them slow. I don't speed run them. Like, for me, you know, it's like a nice meal. You know, something I want to savor and eat, not just kind of rush through. And that's the way I like playing, like my Metroid Castlevania games. That's why I would never like do a playthrough of a game. Like, I'll check them out, we'll check out the hacks, but I really like playing them at my own pace. This is really nice. This is the original Castlevania in like new graphics, and it looks absolutely fantastic on the MiSTer, man. So 2D is definitely aged better than 3D. Wow, look at that portrait in the background, man. Look how nice it looks. Look at the colours on there. And I'm colorblind, so maybe I appreciate it more or I appreciate it less. I don't quite know, but either way, like, I'm absolutely loving this, man. Digging the soundtrack as well, man. Okay, I'm really looking forward to getting my analog pocket, and I'm a Q4 guy, so I'm hoping by the time Q4 comes, I've got, you know, there's a lot more stuff out for it. It'd be cool to get PlayStation on there. As much as, like, I'm playing the MiSTer and I'm playing it, I'm sitting at my desk. You know, I'm playing it, I'm enjoying it, but I really do enjoy handheld gaming. Really, like, I enjoy it a lot. Oh wow, okay. In the original, there's a bit of meat there, so they've trolled us there. Okay, what? How many of these things are coming out, man? Damn, just die. Have I got to keep attacking here, or? Wow, okay, definitely trolled there, man. That is a life killer troll. Like, don't hit that. It's not worth the price. Okay, he's dead, which means that is our cue to go over to the next game. Right, so what do we say? We're gonna look at Castlevania Symphony, like the original version. And then we're going to move over to the quality hack, which I think gets rid of the borders in the game, because that's one thing that always bugged me about Symphony of the Night, was just the wasted real estate on the TV, the borders that you had on the top. Like, I don't know why they were there, but they were unnecessary, because they weren't there when you're selecting items or you're looking at the status screen, but they were there. They were there when you're actually playing the game, which was more of an annoyance than anything else. There actually is a fast forward button for this core as well, which I didn't set. Well, that might have been an idea, just to kind of skip through the beginning part of this, but never mind. We'll check this. So wow, okay, so I play this game a lot, so I should notice, hopefully notice anyway, some differences from when I'm playing this like on an emulator. Really want them to bring out like another collection for like the Switch, like they brought out the Castlevania Advance collection. Really want one for really want one for like they could bring out the DS games, but they could bring out like Symphony of the Night again. So okay, so just a quick look at this. I'm not going to play it because I feel embarrassed with all the guys, you know, and how good they are. So let's just go over to Dracula. We're going to check his speech.
Die, monster. You don't belong in
Cool.
this
Okay,
world.
I can't forward this, can't skip it. So what we're going to do now is let's check this one, which is Castlevania Symphony of the Night Quality Hack version 1.3. So if you're looking for this, I think I got this from romhacking.net. So just romhacking.net. That's where I'll get a lot of my hack files from. If you just search for Symphony of the Night on there, look for the list of the hacks, and you'll see them. You just need to patch your ROM, and they provide an online patcher. It's very easy to do. So if you like the look of this, I just want to see if in game those borders are gone, because that's what it said it's done. I haven't tested this out yet. The only variations I've tested out is I really like the Castlevania Symphony randomizer, and that's a lot of fun, man. That's a lot of fun. The worst thing is you get really good weapons at the beginning, but then you end up like just missing some crucial key items because everything's just mixed up. So let's have a look. Yeah, man, I really hope like you're seeing what I'm seeing when you're seeing it through YouTube. I'm only seeing it on a little screen on YouTube. I've got a preview next to me with a chat on. Someone say hi. Right, let's have a look. Are the borders gone? Okay, look at that. The borders are gone now. I don't know if that made them a little bit taller. I don't know. I don't know if this is the one that's worth playing then. I mean, it looks okay to me. Let's have a look at the... Okay, we can't look at the status screen until we become Alucard, so... Okay, let's go through this intro.
You don't belong in this world.
Right, I like the fact that the borders are gone, man. This is awesome. Let me know what your thoughts are. Like, okay, do you have to play it like the original with the borders, or can you get rid of the borders? Because I think like the version on the PSP and like Castlevania Requiem, the one that was out for the PS4 as well, I think they got rid of borders in those ones as well. So
your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind.
Come on, speak along with this. You guys know the dialogue.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you?
Brilliant soundtrack here. Man, the colors are just so good. Sorry guys, very much out of practice on this. Actually, so I actually do better sometimes, but that's when I'm playing this game quite a lot. Still, never that good. Still. Look at the colours on this, man. Looks. Okay, let's see the Alucard part on the quality hack. So we should have like a full status screen, and obviously like it's just really nice not having those borders, man. Like it's awesome. Okay, I can't skip this, guys. So if you want to go grab a drink or anything, grab a drink. I should have really actually, you know what? I can do that now. So let's just make where's the buttons? Okay, define PlayStation buttons. Okay, so triangles. Okay, so let me get my keyboard. I want to skip the L3 and these ones because it's not really used. We can change them after. So no, not save states. Fast forward now. Okay, so let's make R3 fast forward. Cool. All right. So now enter. Let's just save that for now. Okay, so let's try to fast forward on here. Okay, why is it not working? Fast forward is not working. I don't know if I've done something wrong. Okay, so I've made it. I've stretched it out to even a bit longer now. Why is fast forward not working? Bizarre. Okay. I made R3 fast forward. No, all right, cool. Let's check the beginning. I want to have a little drink while it launches into the game. I'll have to look into that. That fast forward is a really good feature when you're doing videos and you skip through certain parts of games, like this part. Ah, cold water's so nice. Hey guys, if you're just tuning in, we're just going to get past the intro and we're going to look at the epic beginning of Castlevania Symphony. So this is like the quality hack which gets rid of the borders. I'm not sure if it does anything else. I know there's another hack out there called like the kind and fair hack, and what that hack does is it's made what's it done? What's happened to the sound? Sound's gone. It makes it just like the way the enemies level up it's a lot more fairer to how you level up. So that's supposed to be really, really good. Very, very well acclaimed. I've got it downloaded. It's not something I've really checked out. The main thing that I checked out was a randomizer. Now I don't know why it's not playing the sound, but we aren't using the original version of the game. We're using a patched version that gets rid of the borders. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Hopefully we will get that. Okay, this are you guys getting I was going to say goosebumps. Are you guys getting goosebumps? This bit here, what an epic beginning. Like one of the best openings in video gaming history, quite frankly. Like absolutely amazing. Alucard running, jumping over that thing. Wow. Okay, so what? Okay, I don't remember this part in the beginning. Okay, what is this here? Okay, so I think this might be something to do with like the speedrunners or something. I think I saw this on like Dragon Blitz's channel where he done something. Actually really funny, I read a Reddit post the other day where someone was like, look, I've been playing Castlevania for a few hours, how do I save the game? And obviously I think they found the save rooms, but they had no idea you had to push up, which I found quite funny because, you know, after playing like a Castlevania game, any kind of Metroidvania game you play, you generally start pressing up, don't you, to save when you think you've entered a save room. I mean, there's some games where you don't press up, but I'm always pressing up as like a default thing. But for someone new coming into the game, it was quite funny. You know, there was a Reddit post. If you check Reddit Castlevania, just I don't know, do a search for how do I save this game. It was quite recent. It was maybe the last couple of days, and obviously, it was quite funny. It was quite funny. I was like, okay. Like one of the best soundtracks ever. Believe it or not, someone actually got this soundtrack onto a GBA hack. So there's an Area of Sorrow hack called Castlevania. Oh, what's it called now? Serenade Under the Eternal Moon. That's it. And a friend of mine, Orsted, worked on that as well. So it was, I think, originally like a Chinese hack, and then Orsted was the last person that took it over, but they got this soundtrack on the GBA and it sounds fantastic. There's a couple of live streams of me playing the game on the actual channel as well, but definitely check that out. That's amazing. Look, Castlevania just looks wicked. Like I can't explain it, but when I'm playing it on emulator and when I'm playing it on this, there's just something about the way it looks. Now I'm not saying this can't be replicated, because like RetroArch is amazing, like the shaders, the filters, the options that things give you. I mean, you need like a degree to literally understand it. Like there's so many options on there, and I absolutely love RetroArch, and I'm going to be using RetroArch a lot more when I get my GPD Win 2, which I've pre-ordered. It should come in October. It just means when I'm at work and I'm on a little bit of a break, I'll do content on there, and I absolutely love RetroArch. Run Ahead, absolutely brilliant, but this here will never be beaten by RetroArch. It is just amazing. You have to get it. You know, you have to try it for yourself. This is like the greatest robbery now in gaming history. Like this is where he feels robbed. He is just a mere peasant now with his fists. All right, I could carry on playing this all day, but let's have a look at something else, guys. So let's get out of here. Oh, Clock Tower. Okay. Right, confession. Like, I had a few copies of this game when I had a game shop, and I've mentioned it in some of my streams and some of my videos earlier. I think on my podcast with Retro Crisis, we spoke about some of the stuff in there. Now, there was another business that went bankrupt, or they discontinued their business. So I had an offer to buy everything they had, but I had to buy everything. Like, I couldn't pick and choose. And there was a couple of sealed copies of Smash Brothers, Mario 64, which at the time I sold, not in the shop, but privately on eBay for good money. I mean, if I knew the value they'd held, I'd put them in storage and I would have bought another house. But yeah, Clock Tower was in there as well. There was a couple of sealed copies, and I just liked the look of the game. It was like, okay, like, this is... It just felt unique because I'd never really seen those, and they were PAL copies. They weren't American copies or anything. Everything was UK PAL. Yeah, I just kind of remember stuff about this game, or seeing stuff about this game, or someone telling me about this game. I know there's a PS2 version out after. I don't know much about this, but man, like the colors just captivate me on the MiSTer. Keep saying I say man at the end of a lot of my words, so the colors keep captivating me on the MiSTer, man. Like, I don't know how scary this is going to be with those graphics, but I remember like some dude with massive scissors, man, like chasing after you. See, yeah, this was I guess, you know, before Resident Evil. I don't know if it was out before Resident Evil, the same time or after, but this is like, I think it's made by Capcom as well. It's like a, I don't know, survivally, horror-y kind of thing. Okay, yeah, this is one of the ones where I would say it hasn't aged too well. I mean, that looks like Burt Reynolds over there.
Fascinating research material for me. I must know the truth of what happened.
Okay, is this like a point and click game? Let me tickle that Tash. Is he gonna laugh? Hey, Bert. Okay.
All right.
In early days of 3D polygons, those are some good-looking girls.
Maybe her guardian,
And Burt Reynolds.
but you are also my assistant.
Yes, Professor.
Okay, it is a point and click, right? Okay. Oh, scissors used by the murderer. There's a scissor murderer out there. Okay, we're not gonna get too deep into this, guys. Okay, let's move on to something else. Interesting though, very interesting. Crisis Beat. Now, I gotta put this game on here. I don't remember much about this game. I don't know if I played it, if I wanted to play it, or someone told me about it. You know, like, there's a certain part in my background that is all cloudy and misty a certain few years. So this might have been during that time, and I don't remember if someone spoke really highly of this or what happened, but I just remember it, and I was like, all right, since I got the MiSTer, I'll check it out. I think I've put like close to 50 games on there, like 40 something games on there. Okay, so Bandai Namco. Okay, so you've got a few characters you can pick out of. We got, hold on, Ejai, was that not the character we picked in Toshinden? Toshinden was called, yeah, Ejai or something like that anyway. So, if I remember, this might be like a whole bunch of mini games, quite possibly. Gotta love the lip syncing, man. It's like a true kung fu movie. Who remembers the kung fu movies with a really, really bad dubbing, man? and then, you know, once you've seen one, you'd go in like to school the next day and you'd be all talking in like dub language. Actually, talking of that, you know, slightly unrelated, my two boys, one is 6 and the other is 8, and they've actually started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, man. They had their first lesson on Tuesday, and I took them there. Absolutely awesome. So it's a weekly lesson, like, honestly, like really, really good. Like, I can't recommend it enough. If you're a parent and you've got young kids, just get them into some self-defense. This isn't obviously to make them as aggressors, but obviously self-defense is important. Also, the discipline that's involved in the sport, it's absolutely brilliant. And like, they had an absolutely blast playing it. You know, it was very, very good, I have to say. Like, this school that they go to, it's amazing. It's very, very good, highly acclaimed. My daughter actually went there like 9 years ago to train for Wing Chun. So when the boys got a bit older, I was like, let's put them in there, because they've got a lot of energy. They're always fighting at home, and when they've done like 1 hour of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, when they came home, man, they were hungry. They were hungry for food, because they burnt themselves out, you know, like very, very efficiently, should we say. But yeah, that's a recommendation for any parents out there with young kids. Okay, so what am I doing here? Okay, I've got these guys here. Okay, I wonder what the punch button is. Okay, so square is punch, cool. So is it a beat 'em up? Oh wow, okay. I flipped the chair in a rage. I was like, look at me, look how tough I am. Okay, so this is a beat 'em up that I would say, again, hasn't really aged too well. So maybe if this is something you played, it'll carry some nostalgia for you. For me personally, it's not really doing much. You know, if I was to play a beat 'em up, there's loads from the 16-bit era. There's loads on like the MiSTer Arcade core or like the Mega Drive core, like Streets of Rage. Even newer games like the new Turtles game, which is absolutely fantastic. If you've not played Shredder's Revenge, then I can't recommend that enough. The game is, honestly, the game is really, really good. I started playing it on Game Pass. I was gonna, and actually I have got it for the Switch as well. I bought the digital version. I haven't played much of it though, but I think I want to pick it up on Steam. But I don't want to pay full price for it again. So when I see it cheap on the thing, I want to play it on my Steam Deck. But right, let's check a next game now. So that was Crysis B. Oh, Crash Team Racing. Okay. Like, who remembers Crash Team Racing, guys? Like this game here, I thought it was really, really good. I remember at the time thinking, okay, you know what, I think I've found something that beats Mario Kart. Pardon me, that's me drinking my water. So Mario Kart was top dog, was done. Like on a 64, that is what we played. I mean, I remember going to like my friend Chris's house. My friend Chris's house was like Facebook before Facebook. Him and his dad, absolutely cool. Like, his dad would let him bring as many friends as he wanted around him, and we used to go around to his house quite a lot. And we rinsed out Mario Kart there. Mario Kart and GoldenEye and FIFA 98 on the N64. These are some games we really, really rinsed out. But I remember getting this for the PlayStation and thinking, okay, you know what, this game it's actually really, really good, especially like the single player mode. I remember you like doing races, and I remember you like getting boss fights, and it was a good game. I think I actually ended up buying the multi-tap because of this game for it. I don't remember playing too much. Let's just go arcade. So I don't remember playing too much like multiplayer sessions of this game on there, but it was really, really good. So and Crash was the kind of mascot, wasn't he, for the PlayStation? If the PlayStation had to have a mascot, I think it would be Crash. Let me know otherwise in the comments. Let me know, did they have another mascot? I don't remember them having any other mascot. I know Crash is out for different machines now, so truly not like a mascot in the sense. Okay, so I'm pressing like the analog there, but I haven't got analog set at the moment because we tried to set the fast forward button. So this game is actually decent. Now I don't remember much of where's. Okay, so the skid button. Okay, I can actually skid. Yeah, this game was decent. Now I remember in my head this game looking better than it was. Okay, so that was circle is like the fire weapon. Yeah, this game, out of all the games so far, this is one of the ones that I don't think, like, it doesn't look great to me. I remember it looking a lot better in my head. But that's just nostalgia. Like, how many times do you remember like something? You remember like a movie or you remember a game, and especially movies, like you think, wow, the special effects on this thing are just fantastic, and it just turns out that the special effects were absolute. They were rubbish, but at the time they were cutting edge, and you kind of remember it as being cutting edge. Same as like games, you remember like, wow, I remember the graphics. It looks so realistic, and you look at it now and it's like it's a potato with a pair of arms drawn around it. So you know, that's how things age in your head. Sometimes certain things are not worth looking at because they look so terrible. You just can't, it just kind of shatters your memory of how it looked. But let's move on to another game. But yeah, that's decent. Okay, Darkstalkers 3. This is the uncensored version. I don't know what is in there that needs to be censored or whatever. But yeah, I remember after Street Fighter 2, I think it was after Super Turbo, maybe this came out slightly before. The next game that came out was Darkstalkers. Now, I didn't play that initially off the bat. I can't remember what you needed or where it was, but I remember it being in the arcade, and I remember looking at it and thinking like, wow, like you've got a Street Fighter game now with like all like monsters, vampires, werewolves, etc. And I always wanted to try it out, and it wasn't until years later that I actually properly tried it out, with the exception of like maybe one go in the arcade on there. So I never really got into like the chain combo games. So I never got into like the Marvel game, the X-Men games, just that face value, playing them a little bit, cool. But actually like learning them and playing them competitively, no. Like it was definitely like your mainline Street Fighter games that I mainly played. So let's check this out. So again, I'm playing like a 6-button game on a 2-button thing. Not ideal. Not even going to change my buttons to what I like. So what I generally like is I like light, then like, so square would be light attack, and then triangle would be hard attack punch, and then X cross would be light kick, circle would be hard kick, and I have my mediums on the top. That's the way we used to play like on the Super Nintendo. Anyway, just to have like the light and the hard kind of close by to you. But we're just kind of testing PlayStation on the MiSTer here. So yeah, I always liked the way this game looked. But I don't know how good this is compared to the arcade version. I don't know how accurate it is. I mean, it feels okay, to be honest. I have messed about in the arcade version with like a friend of mine. Big shout out to you, Max Payne, if you're watching. I know you're at work. I don't know if you're doing a sneaky one and watching. If you are, nice one to you, buddy. Thanks for playing this with me. Okay, cool. I'm not going to play much more of this. Just wanted to check it out. It does look good. The colors look good. The game looks good. Okay, Destruction Derby. Now, who remembers this? Like, this came out on the PlayStation, and it was wow. Like, you got to see this car game, man. Like, there's so many cars out there. You're completely like smashing everything in there. Now, I remember this being cutting edge. I remember looking at this and thinking like, wow, this is the future. The future is here right now. Now, my dreams are probably going to be shattered now. It's going to be a reality check of how bad it looks. But I remember it looking really, really good. Let's prepare for that to be shattered. Psygnosis. Who remembers them? I think they're the ones that done like Shadow of the Beast. I'm guessing they're obviously publishers instead of developers. Okay, you know what? It still has a charm to it. I like it. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Oh, okay. So it's like one. Okay, so this had like a system link then. Okay, cool. I wonder if that will be implemented into the MiSTer later. So one PlayStation. Okay, cool. So let's just go. Buckle up. Right, I'm getting my seatbelt on. But this had like an arena mode, I think, as well, where you just smash the crap out of each other, from what I remember. Okay, I'm on a NASCAR circuit here, aren't I? Where I'm just going round in circles. But it doesn't. This looks all right. I don't. You know, I thought I was going to be more disappointed in how it looks, but it looks good and it plays fantastic. I'll take it like a lot of people that are watching this stream or this video once you know, once it's up on YouTube after the stream time, have got a MiSTer. Or on the fence about buying a MiSTer. You know, if you're one of the people that wants a MiSTer for PlayStation 1, then man, get it. Like the games are running really well. They look like amazingly well on there. You could literally have your whole collection on there. I think I've got about 50 games, which would probably take up like maybe, I don't know, 25-30 gig tops. I can't remember. I've got 512 micro SD my MiSTer, and I haven't even half filled it up, and I've kind of got most things I want on there. I need to get Amiga and Atari ST on there at some point. But yeah, let's move on to another game. This is all right. This is all right. Okay. Dino Crysis 2. Again, so many memories with this. Like, I remember getting this game. I remember playing it. 8 hours later, I completed it. Completely different to Dino Crysis 1. Like, honestly, like, this is one of the best gaming experiences I've ever had. I can only put it as close to, okay, on like the PlayStation 4, when I played like the Tomb Raider reboot, or when I played like The Last of Us. Like, the feeling I got playing those games, you know, when you play it and you think, okay, this game is just epic. It's like one wild roller coaster ride. Dino Crysis 2 it gave me that buzz. I find it difficult to go back to the tank controls now. You know, back then it was quite normal, you know, whether you're playing the Resident Evil games. Obviously on PlayStation 2 you had the tank games like Onimusha and I think Resident Evil 4 they changed the controls a bit. I tried going back to Resident Evil 4 actually. I can't do all the controls, man. I'm so used to like dual analog stick controls now. It's hard to go back to anything else. Okay, I don't remember this game looking like this or having these borders. Maybe this will benefit from the widescreen hack. Let's have a look. Or maybe it only shows the borders during like the video sequences once you're in game. Let's just skip that anyway. Okay, yeah, so it is full screen after, isn't it? So okay, so okay, yeah, that's the shoot. Cool. Okay, yeah, this game was very good. I don't think you can open this door at the beginning. You have to get something. It's electronically locked. Can I? Okay, so you need to. Okay, so Regina has a stun gun. Oh, what's this guy down here? Yeah, of course I'm going to take the Medipack, man. Medipack S to be exactly precise. Can I change character or no? Okay, I can't remember now, so I'm gonna try and figure this out. But it runs really nice, and if you can deal with tank controls and play games like this, then honestly I strongly recommend Dino Crysis 2. Like, it's very good. I hope they remake it. I hope they remake the Dino Crysis into modern HD games the way they did Resident Evil, or just bang outright release like a new Dino Crysis game. Because yeah, man, like I never got into 1. I tried getting into 1, couldn't get into it. Number 2 though, like I said, like in one day, man, in one sitting, 8 hours later, I finished it. Still remember the day. It was like a cloudy kind of rainyish day in the UK, which often is our day. I can't remember if there was a quick turn in here, but yeah, this game's fantastic, man. Like very kind of action focused for a game where with like tank controls. Okay, cool. How do I climb up here? Okay, it's the square button. I've got a quick turn? Okay, I've opened it at a quick turn. No. Oh, it has. Okay, the R2 is the quick turn. I can't remember it having that. Right, let's move on to something else. Okay, Hakuto no Ken. I haven't played this game, but I'm a Fist of the North Star fan, as most people my age are. You know, it was the first manga most of us saw. So it was when we went from cartoons like, I don't know, Daffy Duck, Donald Duck, Turtles, whatever, you know, even if they were like cool cartoons, and if they're ones with superheroes, there was never any violence in there. They were for kids. And then you saw Fist of the North Star and you were like, holy crap, like this stuff happens in cartoons. They make cartoons like that. So there's a whole generation of us that really, really like Fist of the North Star. Come on, give me the soundtrack. Oh, look at that 3D Kenshiro. Look at that 3D hairstyle, man. That is pretty awesome. Look at that! Wow. Okay, that looks nice. That little freeze thing there, right? You know what? Imagine if it just turns out to be one of those pachinko games, because I remember like there was a lot of Fist of the North Star pachinko, just those like fruit machines or gambling machines that are quite big in Japan.
1990X 年世界は核の炎に包まれた
I'm trying to skip this here.
海は枯れ、地は裂け、あらゆる生命体が絶滅したかに見えた。だが、人類は死滅していなかった。
I don't know if the fast forward's working here, you know? I kind of held the button down to see. Not quite sure. Can't skip this. I want to see what kind of game this is. I don't really know this game. Don't remember it. Probably wasn't released outside of Japan. This is obviously the Japanese game. There was a beat 'em up for like the PlayStation 2. A Fist of the North Star Hokuto no Ken one. That was really good. Oh wow, we're approaching an hour, guys. Usually like my streams to last an hour, but I'm having a bit of fun and I'm going to continue until probably one of my kids comes in and disturbs me. But I have got a kill switch for my mic, so. Don't laugh at Kenshiro in his early polygon states. See, like when this come out, these were top graphics. Like you looked at these, and you're like, wow, like look at this. Yo, in its day, this was like its own Unreal 5 engine. I'm sure I've heard that in many games before, whatever that is. Okay, oh, we're fighting. Okay, cool. We're good with that. Just don't be an analog thing because I don't have the analog set. Okay. Ah, cool. All right. Not bad. Not bad. Is there a pick button? they like explode. Look at that. Oh look, he's gonna explode. Oh, that is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, let's fight these guys here now. Like, I'm probably going to end up doing like another PlayStation stream as well then, because I want to kind of... I'm going through the games list that I've got, and we're only up to H now, so don't know how many games we've seen. I estimate we've seen at least 15. Okay, what's this going on here? Okay, so that was some kind of like quick time event thing there. Not quite sure what it was. Let's see, does it prompt it again? Okay, so let's see. Nah, okay, I thought it was like direction and punch. Maybe it was just the direction you need to hold and do it quickly. Cool, alright, let's move on to the next game. Okay, Jumping Flash. Again, I don't know if I've played this or not, but this was one of the early, if not one of the launch games on the PlayStation, and I remember hearing about it, reading about it, discussing it amongst friends, and it was like a platformer from what I remember, but done through a first-person perspective where you were a rabbit. Could be completely wrong, as I often am. Like I always say, I'm not an expert. I'm just an average guy playing games. I'm no expert on anything. I'm not good at games. But let's check it out. Okay, so one other thing on like the PlayStation, there was a big transition over, because on like the 16-bit, you would always press start when you wanted to start the game. It was very rarely do you press like the A or the B button to start a game. So on PlayStation, you had some title screens where you had to press start, and there was some where you had to like press X. So it's quite interesting, like kind of game between the two. And there was some where you just kind of held everything there. Okay, so again, like this would have been cutting edge for when it came out. Okay, so I can throw something there. Okay, so I can fire as well. Yeah, again, like, so from when this game came out, this would have been a big thing, you know. It would have been like, wow, like, again, we're coming from like 2D games, so coming into like early 3D on consoles. Yeah, this looks, yeah, this, you know, this would have been a big game. Like, I'm firing at like animals here. Okay, so the exit is down there. Okay, a little time extension. Oh, okay, so right, okay, so I've got ya. So I need to destroy the enemies. There's like 4 left. Yeah, I kind of like, I wish if like I had more games for the PlayStation, but cash was limited. In fact, I still remember when I first got my PlayStation, and I think like I didn't get it near launch, so I was playing that like around like friends' houses and everything. But when I finally did get one, I remember like Tekken 2 being out when I actually had my PlayStation. So I had a PlayStation and Tekken 2, but I had no memory card. So I used to play it, unlock all the characters, but I couldn't save it. So it was only till like quite a while after that I got a memory card and was able to like save progress and whatnot. And then obviously it got to a certain part where we played all the epic games, like whether it was Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid was absolutely fantastic. Find it hard to go back to it. Find the controls a bit dated. I really wanted to play like Metal Gear Solid 3. I played that on my Vita. Absolute epic game. Just can't get back into it, man. Can't do that. Okay, so it's these jet pods I need to get. Okay, cool. Yeah, just can't get back into Metal Gear and those early controls. In fact, I even tried getting into Metal Gear 5. I don't know what it is. I just could not get into it, and I really tried getting into it because Metal Gear 1 and 2 were like amazing, especially number one. Oh man, like just some of the stuff in there was, it's like a action blockbuster movie and the best video game in one. Anyway, let's move on to something else. Okay, Loaded, another game here. So Loaded is Loaded is a game which, so we had games like what was it? So we had games like Gauntlet, for example, and what were some other top-down shooters, Pokey and Rocky, and there was a lot of top-down shooters. Where there was quite a lot on the Neo Geo as well, like Shock Troopers. So your bird's eye view, obviously Contra 3 had like bird's eye view levels in there as well. So there was quite a few things. Quite a few things. Sorry, getting sidetracked there. Sorry, I was looking at my phone now. I may have to shoot off soon. Someone's supposed to call me a couple of hours from now for a meeting, but they're calling me now, so I think it might be coming forward. So I might just wrap this up very shortly, guys. But talking about Loaded, I'm pretty sure this is a launch game. If not, it was very, very close to launch. So one thing about this game, like I remember looking at this, and it was like your top-down shooter, like, you know, like we like games like the Chaos Engine, like that was very big on the Amiga. We liked that game. So Loaded, I remember looking at it, and it was like, wow, like it was like your top-down shooter, but someone injected it with steroids. You know, it had all the testosterone. It was a big game, guys. It was a big game. And I remember it looking like amazing. Like at the time, again, might just be in for a bit of an anticlimax here. Definitely a bit of an anticlimax. Control's good though, moves fast. Just okay, yeah, you know what? Not bad. Apart from, okay, can I shoot that gate, or how do I open that gate? Okay, so that's like I got secondary weapon. Okay, it's got an auto fire there. Can I open this door here? Oh, okay, so that kind of zooms out. But I remember looking at this game. I met a friend of mine. We looked at this game and we were like, wow, this game just looks amazing, man. Like, and I remember playing it and thinking, wow, this is really good. Like back then, you could try games in shops as well. So we used to hang out in what is now known as CEX. Before that, it was Computer Exchange. And it was yeah, you could try games out there. It had like demo games on. Okay, so that's my sub weapon. How do I open these gates, man? No. Oh, hold on. Am I being silly? Is it these switches here? Okay, cool. All right, you know what? Enough of that. I'm not going to try and figure that out. Okay. Metal Gear Solid, let's run this, and guys, I'm gonna call it a day after Metal Gear Solid. I will continue, and I will do another stream. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, guys, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, just next time I'll do the stream. Might be in like another week and a half or something. Once I get through like a massive workload, I'll do like the follow up stream. So yeah, subscribe to the channel. You know, you'll find more MiSTer stuff. You'll find other retro gaming stuff, sometimes modern stuff, but that is the bare minimal. It's usually like Monster Hunter that I do with new ones, or new games that are like retro games. Okay, so one big thing with, especially when I had the game shop, and again, this is something I mentioned, it always makes me laugh. This is a game that had so many returns, and there was nothing wrong with the game. It's just no one ever pressed the circle button to advance. So in Japan, circle button was to advance. In Europe and America, it was the cross button to advance. I remember Metal Gear 2, when I had the shop, people were like, it crashes on the title screen, I can't do anything, but no one pressed circle to go forward. Okay, this looks decent, but we know this game has been HD'd up. It's been re-released for the PC, so we're used to a higher caliber of Metal Gear, aren't we? I mean, to me, it's looking a bit dark. It might be, I might need to play with the filters. I might need to do something here. But yeah, just checking out the intro over here. Yeah, man, like, yeah, this was an epic game, man. Like, an amazing game. And you know what the mad thing is? I didn't even know about this game that much. There was a guy that I used to work with who was like, look, this game is so good. Like, after finishing it, I played it again, and I wanted to finish it again. And like the story and everything, I would still go as far as to say that this is Hideo Kojima's best work. Like, he has not beaten this work since then. And you remember the anti-piracy measure on this, man? Where in order to do a certain part of it or save it or do something, you had to look at the back of the box, which gave you a code. And I can't remember, it was 140.86 or whatever the code was. It was on the back of the box. So if you had a pirate version of this game, you had to go to a shop and look at a box because, you know, you had to phone a friend that had the game because there wasn't any internet. You couldn't look at that stuff on the internet and get it. You had to look at the back of the box, and then it kind of became common knowledge what that was amongst the pirates.
No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, this was really, really good, man. Okay, so do I crouch here? Yeah, crouch here, go forward. Right, guys, this is running like awesomely well. No, it's me. Should really crack that. Ah, I'm in court. Right, Snake's gonna get shot. That's gonna be the end of it. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. As always, if you enjoy the content, give me a thumbs up. If you disliked it, then hit that dislike button. Subscribe to the channel if you love the stuff. I'll be doing another PlayStation stream in the near future. I'll announce it on the channel as a live stream. So, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you around. Pixel Cherry Ninja out.